In 1973, The Exorcist terrified audiences with spinning heads, levitating bodies, and demonic possession. But what happened behind the scenes was even more disturbing, enough to make people believe the movie was literally cursed. During filming, the set of the McNeil family home mysteriously caught fire. Everything was destroyed, except for one room. Reagan's bedroom, the scene of all the demonic activity in the movie, was left untouched. It is worth noting that while the sets were all in the same building, the bedroom was detached from the house set, possibly explaining why it was spared. Some blamed faulty wiring, and others believed a pigeon had flown into a light box, causing a short circuit. But the cause of the fire was never officially explained. Director William Friedkin had to halt production for 6 weeks to rebuild the set. According to the documentary Fear of God, 25 Years of The Exorcist, at least 9 people involved in the film reportedly died either during filming or shortly after the movie's release. That includes Jack McGoran, who played Burke Dennings, and actress Vasiliki Maliaros. Both of their characters died in the film, and both died in real life shortly after filming their scenes. Even Linda Blair's grandfather died during production, as well as a night watchman on set. The line between the film and reality started to blur for many cast members. Some of the film's most intense scenes involved real pain. During one take, the harness used to throw Ellen Burstyn around injured her spine, and her screams of pain in that scene are real. Ellen Burstyn, who played Chris McNeil, was yanked violently by a stunt wire, causing permanent injuries to her back. Linda Blair, who plays Reagan, reported a similar experience, having suffered a spinal fracture on set, resulting in a lifelong struggle with scoliosis. Mercedes McCambridge, a seasoned voice actress, was brought in to provide the terrifying voice of the demon. But to achieve the inhuman sounds you hear in the film, she went to extremes. McCambridge was a recovering alcoholic, but for this role, she began chain-smoking and drinking whiskey again to roughen her voice. She also insisted on having a priest present during her recording sessions to spiritually protect her. The film's director, William Friedkin, had McCambridge tied down to a chair during her recordings so she could better relate to the character. At first, Warner Brothers didn't credit her, leading many to believe Linda Blair had made the demonic sounds herself. But after backlash and legal pressure, McCambridge was eventually given the credit for one of the scariest voices in movie history. Mercedes McCambridge later suffered a family tragedy of her own. In 1987, McCambridge's son tragically murdered his family, then himself, using one of her own guns. John Markle, her son, was a successful financial analyst. After being exposed for committing fraud, he killed his wife and 2 daughters before taking his own life. In his suicide note, he blamed his mother for much of his personal suffering and financial struggles, as she had refused to settle a recent suit against him. Markle wrote in his note, "You were never around much when I needed you, so now I and my whole family are dead, so you can have the money. Funny how things work out, isn't it?" The horrific act shocked Hollywood, and for many, it only deepened the belief that The Exorcist had left a haunting legacy far beyond the screen. If you enjoyed this dive into the dark side of cinema, hit that like button and subscribe for more crazy film stories.